Welcome to fall. It's only 7:30, and my sunlight is gone. You know, God cursed the guy who turned off my sunlight at 7:30. But that's not the point of the video. Now, the point of the video is going to be to go over and fix up a Goodwill clearance center find from Rochester, New York, a Hamfest trip. That would be this, out of focus. And very nasty looking Sanyo oscillating fan. 3-speed fan. I believe it's a 16-inch blade set. See, there's the grill, there's the rest of the pieces there. But this motor is just so incredibly filthy. You know, this camera does not have a video light, so I'm gonna have to improvise. You can just see how nasty this is. Like, I can't even see inside the motor there. So, forget just going over that with the airbrush. Sorry, not the airbrush, the paintbrush. We're going to go at it with the air compressor. That's what we're going to do. Okay, a makeshift tripod. It's going to be loud, so watch your speakers. Okay, here's a current look at the state of the fan. Gone ahead and I cleaned up the base. It's pretty scratched up, but it's not too bad. Cleaned up fairly decently. The blades also cleaned up pretty nicely. The motor has been oiled. I'm not too sure that it's really functioning correctly, but it seems to be at least working a lot better than it was. That it will at least start up on low speed now. But looking at the spin down time, it's still not the best. I guess it's not that bad, but I would have expected it to spin down a little bit slower than that. I guess the next step is to clean off the back cover, and I guess the front cover as well for the motor, and then clean off the grills, and we'll see where we go from there. Alright, got the covers on. Now, one interesting thing I'd like to know is, does the oscillator actually function? Well, I'll be damned. It does. Obviously, you don't want to run that too long without the blades in place, because those offer cooling. But, it's pretty good. I think it'll make a full recovery. Well, almost full. It's still not really... It's definitely better than it was, but it's still not turning as freely as I think it should. Okay. So I've now got the back grill and the blade, as well as the retention screw in place. Normally this is supposed to have a giant piece of plastic on it, but that's obviously gone missing. So I have just grabbed some random ferrite choke with a screw, and that should be marginally classier than what it came to me with, which is this. I'm not kidding. This was over top of the blade when I got it. Which I never noticed because the front grill was on top of it. And I didn't really pay too much attention to it because I was going to buy it anyway. It works pretty nicely. So, now we'll just clean off the front, and then we can give this thing a grand test. Alright, she's all put together. There's some paint spackling on the blades. I'm not sure if you noticed that, but here we go. Without further ado, let's just start it up on high. Give the oscillator a try. Works pretty well. Drop it to medium. It's actually nice and quiet too. Drop it to low. That was a great sound. Yeah, the blades are not on there completely tightly. Unfortunately, there's probably not a whole lot that I can do about that. Go back to high. Drop it down to low. Try low with the oscillator. And we'll hit stop. Let it coast down to a stop. Spin down seems to be getting better the more I use it. Although I say that and maybe it's just not. Let's start it up on low. Wait, we'll stop it. And start it up on medium. Run the oscillator on medium. So, here you go. As I kick over my can of oil. There is your Sanyo. I believe it's a 16-inch oscillating desk fan. There's no label on the bottom, so obviously that fell off. We'll go ahead and we'll just shut it off with the oscillator running. We'll call the video good at that. So thank you for watching, and if you've got any comments, feel free to leave them down below.